Louisiana beer reviews. Budweiser Project 12 Phase 2, batch number 43229 Beechwood Bock. Okay, that's a long name. It's 6% alcohol. It's a deep amber beer, they say. Finished with chocolate and caramel. Oh, it's brewed with chocolate and caramel malts and finished on beechwood chips. That's nothing unusual because Budweiser is brewed with beechwood, aged on beechwood chips, which are neutral in flavor and aroma anyway, so it doesn't really matter. This came out in 2013. I finally found it at Zappardo's Economical in Metairie, Louisiana. I had trouble finding the doggone beer. $11.99 for the 12-pack. Now the vanilla bourbon cask I did not like. I thought that was a failure. I gave it a C. I mean, it was okay. It just wasn't very good. Now the North Pacific Lager was good, although I think regular Budweiser is better. The Pacific Lager just it wasn't as balanced as regular Budweiser. It was, the hops were good and it was limited hops, but I just thought it was too much in that area. Budweiser was a much more balanced beer. But let's see what this Beechwood Bock is like. Now, if you'll notice, the Project 12 beers are all in the malt liquor range, 5.5 and above. So Budweiser's making a big push into the malt liquor area, but without calling it malt liquor, as we know that style of beer, the extra strong lager, the name malt liquor has taken on negative, I don't know why I have this, negative connotations, so they try to shy away from that terminology today. They might just say premium lager or something like that. Okay. Ooh, a lot of smoke here on about 8:15 in the morning in this damp 59-degree weather. The only reason the name malt liquor exists anyway is because of U.S. government regulations, alcohol regulations, so that name shouldn't even, it would be good if that name went away, I guess. Just people call it extra strong beer. Well, thick, off-white head, and there's no sun, you know, but it's very cloudy. But I would say clear, deep amber appearance with lots of bubbles, streams, because after all, it's an etched tasting glass. And I bought this glass at the Anheuser-Busch Brewery in St. Louis, Missouri. The first one I bought shattered. I dropped it and it shattered. And more than likely I'll drop this one. This one tends to tumble easy, but it doesn't. If it tumbles, it breaks. It's not thick glass. Let's see. The aroma is roasty, like brown bread crust, which is a typical characteristic for Bocks. Roasty, just a strong lager beer smell, and you probably know what that smells like. I mean, if you ask the average person, what do you think this smells like, they would say, oh, it smells like beer. I have no certifications in beer rating or smelling or tasting, but nonetheless, I like to do the videos. The flavor is same thing, kind of roasty, sweet bread crust, little syrupy. There is some hop bitterness, but it's very subdued. The mouthfeel is light to medium, but closer to medium, a little slick. And the finish is, it's crisp, refreshing, and dry. Not super clean, but you know, it's an Anheuser-Busch product, so it's going to be clean. It's refreshing, and the drinkability is very good. If I was going to drink a 6% alcohol beer, this might be one I would look at. Last year they picked the Black Crown out of the Project 12, and I think if they're going to pick one this year, it'll probably be this one, because I think this one would have the most appeal. Although they might pick the North Pacific, because they might want to try to get the Anheuser-Busch drinkers more into the hoppy area. But I don't know. But I think they ought to pick this one. How does this hold up against Ziegenbock or Amber Bock from Michelob, but two other Bock beers from Anheuser-Busch? It's probably not as good as those two. But they've been working on those two for going on 20 years, so especially the Amber Bock from Michelob. And they have changed the Amber Bock recipe a little bit. It was adjunct lager, and then it was all malt, and they were trying to get into the Michelob craft beer thing, which failed, and then they went back to adjunct lager. I think this is all malt, but really I would say try all three. Get a 6-pack of Ziegenbock, a 6-pack of Michelob Amber Bock, or a 12-pack is probably cheaper, you get it for $11.99, sometimes on sale for $10.99, a 12-pack, and then the 12-pack of this, and try them. I mean, they're very close in quality. I mean, all the quality is fine. There's no problem with the quality. But as far as flavor and all, they're very close. But how would I rate this? I would say it's a B+. It's very good. There's nothing bad about it. It's just not super exciting, but it's a nice beer to drink. Put it to you like that. It would go well with a lot of foods, spicy foods, whatnot. So, Le Bon Temps Roulé, this is a good beer. Very good beer, even. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to damp, cold, and not particularly comfortable southeastern Louisiana. Oh, and come to New Orleans tonight and go to the Sugar Bowl. There are still some tickets available, Oklahoma and Alabama, and you should enjoy that. All right. Goodbye, folks.